Welcome back. Heading into the bottom of the hour, we have New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio meeting with President-elect Donald Trump today in New York City. The mayor addressing his concerns about Trump's immigration policy. However, the mayor's remarks afterward, it's unclear as to whether he understands Mr. Trump and what he wants to do in deporting illegal immigrant criminals. Now, we've got a report from the Migration Policy Institute. It goes right down the middle of the road, this institute. It's saying there's 820,000 unauthorized immigrants in the United States, convicted criminals. They've been convicted of all sorts of crimes. Look at the breakdown. Nearly 700,000 have committed felonies and serious misdemeanors. With me now, Executive Director for the National Center for Policy Analysis. He is Lieutenant Colonel Allen West. Good to have you on the show, Colonel. Have you noticed a lack of clarity about how Donald Trump, he wants to deport criminal illegal immigrants? It looks like that message is still not getting through.
Well, of course not. You have President-elect Trump, who is fighting against the liberal media establishment that is not going to tell the full story. As a matter of fact, you hear them talking about all the turmoil, quote unquote, in the Trump transition team, but you don't hear anything about what's going on with the House Democrats or with the Democrat Party itself. So it's very simple. Mr. Trump is talking about criminal illegal aliens, which you have just articulated. And what mayor, what leader, what police chief would not want to see their constituency completely and totally protected? Consider the fact that you just had the mayor of San Francisco come out and say that he is going to continue to maintain his city as a sanctuary city in the face of what happened with Kate Steinle. That's a slap in the face to the Steinle family and what they had to endure with someone who should not have been in the United States of America, had previous criminal activities that were not turned over to the federal agents, and he was allowed to roam the streets. And unfortunately, an American woman lost her life because of that.
You know, Colonel, we're hearing, to your good point there, hundreds of stories, similar horrific stories of families whose loved ones have been killed by illegal immigrants. They're convicted and then they come back in. And to your point, we are hearing various mayors of sanctuary cities saying they will fight Donald Trump's plans. Can they do that?
Well, sure, they can do that. They can thumb their nose at the rule of law because we are a constitutional republic. We're a sovereign nation. We have borders that are supposed to be protected. And it is up to the federal government then to say very simply, we're not going to support you with federal funding or other means by which they can, there are consequences to what these mayors and what these police chiefs are saying. And I think that the citizens of New York or Chicago or San Francisco, some of these Los Angeles, they need to stand up and say, time out on the court, coach. You know, we cannot allow people to be here, first of all, illegally, but then illegal immigrants as well. That is a complete disregard of the rule of law in this country. And if we're going to have cities and mayors that think that they're above the rule of law, then we're losing the sense of who we are as a republic.
You know, it looks like Mr. Trump is going to have a major battle ahead of him with his immigration plan. But it seems to me and our team here, just watching this coverage, sir, that the information is just not getting out about how criminal illegal immigrants are being deported, then they come back into this country. And we have, you know, certainly countries in Europe deport criminal illegal immigrants. You know, practically the majority of the countries that we looked at do so. So where's the context there? What are the journalists covering and saying out there, Colonel?
Well, I think, again, you see people that are more so concerned about an ideological agenda item instead of being concerned about the undermining of this country and this rule of law. And again, we're just talking about one aspect with criminal illegal aliens. Think about this. If they can easily get into this country, we know that there are, you know, some serious issues about Islamic jihadists being able to come across that border, aided by Mexican drug cartels, into this country as well. So we don't have a secure border. We're putting Americans' lives at risk, and we're playing this very insidious political game.
All right, Colonel West, thank you so much for your time. Come back on the show. We love having you.